Hey everyone, Stephen Kim from ActionNerd.com, and this is Shuddering, and we're going to review AZRAEL 2024 post-apocalyptic horror movie that has very little talking. Like 99% of the time, there's no talking. There's grunting and breathing and a radio, which they play Sniffing the Tears driver's seat, which is unusual. But what did you think of this thing?
I thought it was difficult to watch at first. So you see at the beginning, they've got this mark on their neck. Well, obviously, their vocal cords were removed, I'm assuming, which is why they can't talk.
News to me, because
Did you not get that? How else
No.
would they take their voice away? So I'm thinking they've got the scar, and it's how they removed their vocal cords.
I didn't even think of that.
Caleb brought that up to me.
But that's only on her. I didn't see it.
All of them have it.
Oh, I didn't see that. Well, whoops.
So they have their vocal cords removed, obviously. It's there's no
or
talking.
not obviously.
Or not obvious. But there's no talking through it. So I thought it was very difficult for me to stay engaged for the first, 15, 20 minutes. And then it started to pick up as far as action goes. But that was difficult to watch.
Yeah, it was completely action-packed. What was cool is this is directed by Eli Katz and Simon Barrett, both known for their work on The Troop, which I've never heard of, but Blair Witch, which we've all heard of. So I thought it was completely action-packed, except for maybe the first 10 minutes. And it's about a guy and a girl, and they're obviously in the forest, post-apocalyptic, and they're avoiding something. Well, sure enough, they get captured, and starts the story of the escape and the rescue and all those sort of things. But the girl, Samara Weaving is the actress's name, who plays AZRAEL, is a total badass in the whole thing. Just like
puts up one hell of a fight.
Yeah, she does amazing stuff, and the action is nonstop. I thought it was really well done. I thought it was fun. It's not something that you have to think a lot about. It's kind of like a John Wick. It's just like constantly action, and surviving, almost like a video game. I thought the effects were really good.
The monsters.
Yeah, the monsters
were very
were
unique
cool.
And like a mixture of part zombie, part
vampire.
Yeah, very vampire.
And burnt up.
Yeah.
They were like completely charred, and also didn't speak. They moaned and they groaned and stuff like that, like a zombie would.
After blood.
They had to drink blood and smell blood. You're right.
Yeah.
But I thought it was cool. I thought it was a fun thing, a survival horror movie, and it just kept like she'd escape and something would happen. Then she'd have to escape that and something would happen, and then it turns into a revenge movie, and there's a surprise ending, which I won't spoil like I normally do. I thought it was just really well done. I thought it was cool. I enjoyed it.
I did too. I enjoyed it. There was another frustrating part was her going through the camp. I'm like, how's nobody seeing her? She was running through that camp like she was invisible, but
again, it really was like a video game. It was just that kind of action pack, and
it was
grab a gun and shoot.
It
do
definitely
this.
Was. If you would put yourself in a video game,
I thought there was a cool part where she got in a pickup truck and the guy was playing, the song "Driver's Seat" by Sniffing the Tears, which you'll know it if you hear it, but otherwise you would have no idea. It's a one-hit wonder. But that was cool, and then that was a surprise. There was a lot of not necessarily jump scares, but just like, oh my God, that just happened. Let's go to the fright meter. And what did you give it on that?
So we watched this separately, just so you know. Steve watched it on the plane. I watched it at home. I think you watched the end of it a second time with me because I was watching it. So for fright, I give it a creepy rating.
I give it between spooky and creepy. It wasn't scary. It was just one of those things.
Yeah. And then as far as gore, I'm going to say slaughter, because there was some unbelievable turn your head from the screen moments of just some really gory blood. I would say slaughter.
Yeah, I agree with you. Slaughter was it. It was gory, and it wasn't like hokey pokey cheap effects. They were good.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Dawn of the Dead from the 70s, the biting and the ripping of the flesh. And although much better, they did a good job for what they had then. But It looked really good. The lighting was spooky the whole time. That was great, and the fires everywhere. That was great in the last scenes. I agree. It was a slaughter fest of gore. Uh, Overall, what do
I
you
would
think?
say not bad. I wouldn't not recommend it, but I
Yeah,
wouldn't say it's one of my favorites by any means.
I,
But it
I,
was
yeah,
interesting to watch.
I would say it's worth it. It's worth a watch. I would not watch it again, although I did watch 1.5 times. But it's worth watching. I thought it was really well done, and it didn't disappoint at all. Um, yeah, I don't think there was anything that I thought was really, oh, that looked cheesy, or
Yeah,
that was
no, not at
bad,
all.
or that was dumb. Acting was great, and to not be able to say anything was even better. I didn't catch the
Frustrating.
whole time the cut.
You'll have to
I
watch
saw
that.
the X,
Yeah.
but I didn't realize that's what happened. I'll have to look it up and see if that's what really happened, or if you're just guessing. So, anyways, that's it. Like and subscribe. Check this movie out. I think it's worth seeing.
I would say if you've seen the movie or you watched the movie and you agree with me that that X is probably from their vocal cords being removed, we'd like to hear that in the comments.
Yeah, and if you missed it completely,
Team
like
Kim
me,
or Team Steve?
you missed it.
We want
I
to hear
missed
from
it.
you.
Yeah. So, anyways, thanks a lot. We're going to be reviewing the Creep Tapes, which is another Shudder show up next. Thanks.